Recently, I was asked about a young boy who had been killed in an accident. I was told that he shouted the name of Krishna at the time of death. I was asked what was his destination. I explained that whether one is young or old in the plane of flesh and blood is no qualification for spiritual attainment. One's mentality must be examined according to the particular time and place and the conception of the person involved. That sound may be the genuine name or it may be namabhas, the shadow of the real name. National Nam. When Gandhi was shot, he cried, Ram, Ram. He was shot in the chest and his spectacles were thrown into the street. Within half an hour, he passed away. But he pronounced the words Ram, Ram. He was on his way to deliver a religious lecture, but his mentality was full of thoughts of national progress. So, in his case, the vibration of the name may have worked in the plane of nation building. To understand a person's destination at the time of death, we must ask what was his mentality. Sometimes chanting the name may result in namabhas, the shadow of the name. Whether or not it is Shuddhanam, the genuine name, depends on the mental system of the person chanting the name. It depends on his relation towards Krishna, his intention. Gopi, Gopi, Gopi. A few days before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he was chanting, Gopi, Gopi, Gopi. Hearing this, a tantric Brahman came to give some advice to the Lord. Pandit, he said, you are a scholar. You know the scriptures. Still, you are chanting the name Gopi, Gopi. What benefit will you get from that? The scriptures say that if you chant the name of Krishna, you may get some benefit. You will find this in many places in the scriptures, especially in the Puranas. Why then do you chant Gopi, Gopi? Angered at the Brahmana's ignorance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the mood of a follower of the gopis, picked up a stick and began to rebuke him. You have come from the enemy camp to convert us into the followers of Krishna? He ran after the Brahmana to beat him with his stick. In this example, we find that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was chanting Gopi, Gopi and neglecting the name of Krishna. Apparently, he was advised to take the name of Krishna and became enraged. But what is the underlying thought there? If we are to understand the effect of someone's chanting of the holy name, we must examine his underlying purpose. Sometimes his chanting may have some effect, but not always. Still, Jiva Goswami mentions the following example as evidence that the holy name may have some effect even if one is unaware of its full meaning. Once a wild boar attacked a Mohammedan and the Mohammedan cried, Haram, Haram. Haram means that abominable hog. On the other hand, Haram means the Lord who has allowed a hog to attack me. Somehow, Lord Ram was invoked and the holy name had a divine influence on the Mohammedan who attained liberation. Another example given in the scriptures is that of Valmiki. Before becoming a saint, the sage Valmiki was a dacoit. But the great saint Narad had a plan to benefit him. Narad thought, this person is the most notorious and heinous dacoit I have ever seen. Let me experiment with him to see the potency of the holy name. I shall ask him to chant the holy name of Ram. He tried, but Valmiki could not pronounce the holy name Ram. Then Narad told him to chant Mara, the word for murder. Instead, the dacoit said, yes, I can do this. This is just the opposite of the name of Ram. He began to chant Mara, 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 Maram, Maram, Ram, Ram. In this way, after some time, Mara became Ram. Valmiki began to chant the name of Ram, and gradually his mental attitude changed. So, it is possible for the name to have an effect on someone even if he has no proper conception of its meaning. This is called namabhas, the shadow of the name. It can effect liberation. But a real devotee is not interested in liberation. He wants to enter the domain of divine service. The sound and its effect depends upon the attitude we accept and the quality we can conceive, because the actual Vaikuntha is infinite. In that plane, the divine name is equal to the substance named. When the sound aspect is one and the same with the original aspect of the thing, that is Vaikuntha. Here in this world, a blind man's name may be Padma Lochan, lotus-eyed, but really he may be blind. The name and the figure may be entirely different. But in Vaikuntha, in the infinite world, the name and the named are one and the same. Yet to experience the Vaikuntha Nam, one must avoid both Namaprad, offenses to the holy name, and Namabhas, the shadow of the holy name. By Namabhas, we get some relief from this worldly bondage, and by Namaprad, we become entangled in this mic world. But the ordinary physical sound cannot represent the real name, which is supernatural. It is said that one name of Krishna can remove more ignorance and sin than a man has the power to commit. But what is the quality of that one name? We may chant the physical name of Krishna so many times without getting the result of even one real name. There is a great difference between the ordinary sound of name, the superficial mic name, and the pure name. The pure name is one and the same with Krishna, but that descends down to our level only by His grace. We cannot vibrate it simply by dint of our moving our tongue and our lips. The pure name of Krishna is not lip deep, but heart deep. And it ultimately goes beyond the heart and reaches the land of Krishna. When Krishna comes down, the name of Krishna comes through the heart and moves the lips and tongue. That vibration is the holy name of Krishna, Krishna Nam.